Welcome back. Well, let's get to our favorite segment, D Street Chatter. As always, Nimesh has rounded up, lots of buzz for us. And as we're going back to Nimesh, I mean, it's still a 150-point kind of a drop in the markets. It's not the best of afternoons. Nimesh, what's the sense? Range-bound week, but the bias has very clearly been down.
Oh, absolutely. And, I think today's drag is largely on back of disappointing results. Largely Axis Bank, that was a big drag for private banks. And now there are fresh fears of maybe asset quality concerns for the bank. So that's something to look forward to. We have very large earnings over this weekend, right? So Reliance is a big number to watch out for today evening. Within the bank itself, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, AU Bank, some big numbers are going to come. And that will set the tone for our markets on Monday morning. So that's something to watch out for. And earning, as I said, has been a bit of a disappointment. And that's dragged the markets down overall in today's session. Even from a flow perspective, it's marginally on the negative side from the FI side. For the last couple of days in the cash market, so that's showing up in the numbers as well. As I said, earnings will be important, but looks like a bit of momentum is lost, especially on the back of disappointing earnings. So in that sense, the broader market outperformance is something to watch out for. They have really outperformed. First signs of profit booking there, but no panic as such. But I guess the large cap under pressure is largely on back of disappointing earnings.
Okay. Yeah, truly, I mean, that's really played out on sentiment today on several stocks as well. But speaking of stocks, what's the chatter? Where is the buzz?
Well, the first stock on my list is Tega Industries. We've seen of late, there is a bit of trend of M&As and, PE deals picking up. And Tega is buzzing on the back of on some hope of some large private equity deal in the company very soon. So that's a trigger there. We've seen a bit of an uptick in that stock in the last 1 week. And but again, for Tega, I'll just mention that the float is very less. The promoter holding is 75. The mutual fund owns 15% combined. So only 10% is the free float. So it can swing either ways. But the big buzz is that maybe there is a potential fundraising there. So that's the first name. The second stock is Natco Pharma. That's been buzzing in the last couple of days. The volumes also picked up. And again, in Natco, I guess the market is anticipating some corporate development, but there is some large HNI buying as well in the last couple of days. And the last name is GMR Airports. For second day running, I understand there are very strong buy flows. One leading FI fund seems to be a buyer of late, and there is also a hope of some price revision in the GMR Delhi Airport, and that could be a further trigger to watch out for in GMR Airport.
Well, GMR Airports, leading global FI active buyer of late. Lots of interest in this one, right? Actually, Nimesh, not just GMR Airports, but the power business as well, right?
Yes. So even in GMR Power, well, there were a couple of large blocks last week, and since then, anyway, I think there is an enabling provision to raise funds. So maybe there is a fundraising lined up in GMR Power as well in the very near future.
Okay, Natco, GMR Airports, Tega, all in action. And Nimesh is under the weather a little bit, but he's not out, very much there. And Nimesh, hang in there.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us with that. Well, Ashish Kayal is now joining us.